You can find me on Spotify, YouTube Music, all kinds of things. R39INALD. I love to talk about crypto, so that's what we're here to do today. Um, Today's episode, uh, let's see how far we could get down the white paper, but today we're talking about XLM Stellar. Right now it is number 13 on the market cap, which is a pretty big jump because I believe I should be on my 19th crypto right now. And yeah, Stellar has jumped all the way up to 13. And just as I said, so if you look at the 7 day movement for Stellar, it's up 115%. Now, I have my theory as to why that is, but I guess that's kind of, we'll get to that. So first, I told you where to find my rap, but you can find all of my links in the description. You already know what's going on. So let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is inching closer and closer to 2 trillion. Okay, still not there. So let's see what's been going on in the last hour. Can we find something being pumped? Looks like we missed the sandbox getting pumped. I don't know what that is, but it's up 30% today. We missed the sandbox pump. See, 24 hours. There's Lido Dow. That's up 20. And C. I've seen C up here recently. SCI. Internet Computer is up 16%. Let's see what's up on the week. The Sandbox is number 1. And XLM Stellar is right behind it. And Decentraland is right behind that. And Polkadot is right behind that. So if you take out the Sandbox, it feels like we're just looking at the market 5 years ago. A lot of OG alts that are doing their thing. So let's see, what are we doing right now? What are we looking at? So Stellar. All right. So let's look at this. Just curiosity. Let's look at Stellar's all-time chart. So it looks like Stellar's all-time high was like 2018. Okay, so before the 2018 crash, and they still hadn't seen those highs. So that's a little concerning. But let's see, let me get into this introduction of Stellar. So the Stellar White Paper introduces the Stellar Consensus Protocol, a novel method for achieving consensus in a decentralized network. Unlike traditional proof of work and proof of stake, SCP uses a federated Byzantine agreement system to ensure fast and energy-efficient transaction validations. Key points from the white paper include decentralization. SCP allows for decentralized control without relying on a closed system. Speed and efficiency. Transactions are confirmed quickly through a series of messages between participants. Native assets. Stellar uses XLM as a bridge asset for liquidity and network security. In use cases, Stellar aims to be low-cost international transactions and support a variety of financial applications. All right, so if I haven't lost you there, let's talk about the Stellar controversies. Its comparison with Ripple XRP. Due to similarities between XLM and Ripple's XRP, there have been speculations that Stellar might face regulatory scrutiny similar to Ripple's ongoing lawsuit with the SEC. Market volatility. Stellar's XLM has experienced significant price volatility. For instance, it saw a surge over 160% following Donald Trump's re-election, but also faced potential risks of a 50% decline due to overbought market conditions. Let's see. So, let's see. XLM versus XRP. So let's see. So really, you can't talk about XLM without talking about XRP, at least in my opinion. Now, you could talk about XRP without talking about XLM, right? Um, um, so I think it was created by XRP founder. I believe that it was a co-founder. Yeah. Okay, so you have an XRP co-founder who says that this XRP isn't in the line of crypto, right? It isn't decentralized in the way that crypto should be. So then he splits off and creates XLM. So why is this important? Because if you're buying XRP, if you're using XRP, if you're hoping that XRP is going to be right for you in the future, what makes it different from other cryptos is that it is managed by a private company, right? There's no Bitcoin corporation that produces Bitcoin, right? But there's Ripple Labs, who at any time they could just dump a whole bunch of Ripple onto the market. They could really, not saying that they do manipulate the price, but they have the possibility of manipulating the price. Whereas, with XLM, you get the finance applications that you can get from XRP, but you get them decentralized. So, um, now if anybody's actually using XRP, I don't know. I think I heard that a credit card company, was it MasterCard or something? Some credit card company is supposed to be using XRP, right? However, my thing about that always is they're not using it as a store of value, right? If you have this bank, let's say a bank decides that they're going to use XRP for their financial transactions. Awesome. But if they're not using it as a store of value in the same way that you would do with currencies or, gold, if you're just using it as, a financial application essentially, what is there to suggest that they need to have more than one? Because as far as a computer system is concerned, a financial application is concerned, you could divide up one XRP just as many times as you could divide up 1,000 XRP. You could keep fractioning and fractioning that. So my question is, if XRP is being used by banks or used by credit card companies, how do we know that they don't just need like a couple XRP to be able to do that? What impact does that actually have on the scarcity of XRP? That's what the question I've been asking, and that's the question nobody has been answering. So, but with XLM, you get the potential financial uses that you get with XRP, but you still get that decentralized. There's no, private XLM company that can just, dump all the XLM at any given time. Like it's decentralized. It's much more of a classic crypto. So, personally, I'm not messing with either of them. But if you have to ask me which one do I like more, which one I think can actually, will be here for the next 20, 30 years, I still like Stellar. But I will say that from what I see with the Stellar price, it tends to sort of just track, what's going on with XRP. People get so hyped about XRP. There's so much hype about XRP. There's always, this isn't new, I promise you. There's always people like, oh my God, XRP is going to blah, 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 blah. So whenever we're in one of those types of cycles, people start to see XLM as, hey, yeah, I could get the XRP type financial possibilities, but also I get the decentralized. I don't have to worry about Ripple Labs just dumping everything on me. So then you see Stellar go up. So I say right now, yeah, Stellar's going up a lot in the last week. But is that really about Stellar? I don't know. If I'm going to be fair, and I kind of bash XRP a lot on here, probably more than any other crypto, right? But if I'm to be fair, the only reason people will really put hope in XLM probably is because there's a lot of people throwing money at XRP, and it's like kind of hedging, right? So, well, let's see. Is there anything actually going on with Stellar? So let's see. I got Stellar up on CoinMarketCap. Let's look at their Twitter. What are they talking about? Have they tweeted recently? Okay, so I got some tweets talking about banking. Okay. Okay, so let's see. So there's this long essay. All right, so let's listen. I'll just read this essay because I don't feel like reading the white paper. This guy, so Jed McCaleb says, a lot of people are sleeping on this network. It has way more transactions than all but two networks. It's a native stablecoin and token issuing, built-in DEX, on-chain governance, smart contract system. Man, it's just like every crypto. Okay. It's been one of the most performant chains for years. Its fees have always been essentially zero. The engineering is world class. I believe the best and most impactful use of crypto is digital money, which means it could be good and useful means of payment. I don't know. So how do you say Stellar is better than Doge? I don't know. But that's what this guy says. He says, oh, he's the founder of the Stellar Development Foundation. Okay. Yeah, but honestly, it just, Stellar, like all the hype from Stellar really comes from Ripple. But I like Stellar more than Ripple. I feel like I've kind of explained where I'm coming from on this, right? So, let's see. Yeah, I mean, I think I said it all. I could really get into the Ripple white paper. You guys care about that? Probably not. Probably don't care about the Ripple white paper. But let's see. Let me try to pull it up and run through it real quick. What's the fastest I can run through this white paper? All right, so this paper introduces a new model for consensus called Federated Byzantine Agreement, FBA. FBA achieves robustness through quorum slices, individual trust decisions made by each node that together determine system-level quorums. Slices bind the system together, much like the way individual networks peering in transit decisions now unify the internet. Let's skip ahead. We got some pictures. So then I get to to the definitions of federated Byzantine agreement systems. Okay, so I can at least talk about this, right? So this section introduces the federated Byzantine agreement model. Like non-federated Byzantine agreement, FBA addresses the problem of updating replicated states as its transaction ledger or certificate tree. By agreeing on what updates to apply, nodes avoid contradictory and irreconcilable states. We identify each update by a unique slot from which the inter-update dependencies can be inferred. For instance, slots may be consecutively numbered positions in a sequentially applied log. A challenge for FBA is that malicious parties can join many times and outnumber honest nodes. Hence, traditional majority-based quorums do not work. Instead, FBA determines quorums in a decentralized way by selecting what we'll call quorum slices. The next subsection defines quorums based on slices. All right, we got some more pictures. There's some references to it. I'll tell you what, if you ever pull up the Stellar white paper, there's some parts in it that kind of looks like Dragon Balls. This is the most interesting thing. They got some diagrams. They kind of look like Dragon Balls. Other than that, boring. So, let's see. This tiered structure resembles interdomain network routing. The internet today is held together by individual peering and transit relationships between pairs of networks. No central authority dictates or arbitrates these arrangements, yet these pairwise relationships have sufficed to create a notion of de facto tier 1 internet service providers. Through internet reachability does suffer from firewalls, transitive reachability is nearly complete. Example, a firewall might block the New York Times, but if it allows Google, and Google can reach the New York Times, then the New York Times is transitively reachable. Transitive reachability may be of limited utility for websites, but is crucial for consensus. The equivalent example would be Google accepting statements only if the New York Times does. If we think of quorum slices as analogous to network reachability and quorums as analogous to transitive reachability, then the internet's near complete transitive reachability suggests we can likewise ensure worldwide consensus with FBA. That's way over my head. But I believe them. They got some pretty diagrams. I'm talking about dispensable sets, D sets, well behaved, ill behaved, intact, befouled, correct or failed. This is just getting deep in the quorum slices. Federated voting, voting bores me. I've never met anybody that's voted. Nobody's told me they ever voted on any type of blockchain measure. That's boring to me. But hey, this is pretty futuristic. I think they made this, 10 years ago? And this just gets back to the old Byzantine agreement. That's such a big problem that all cryptos have to deal with this dang old Byzantine agreement. So, it's just going deep on Byzantine consensus. Let's see. The main challenge of distributed consensus, whether centralized or not, is that a statement can get stuck in a permanently indeterminate state before the system reaches agreement on it. Hence, a protocol must not attempt to ratify externalized values directly. Should the statement the value of slot I is X get stuck, the system will be forever unable to agree on slot I, losing liveness. The solution is to craft the statements and votes carefully. It must be possible to break a stuck statement's hold on the question we really care about, namely slot contents. We call the process of obsoleting a stuck statement neutralization. This section presents the Stellar Consensus Protocol, SCP. At a high level, SCP consists of two sub-protocols, a nomination protocol and a ballot protocol. Boring. We're talking about ballots, we're talking about variants. We get into a lot of math. There's a lot of math going on here, a lot of theorems. I don't think I've seen theorem and proof this much in any crypto white paper. Limitations. SCP can only guarantee safety when nodes choose adequate quorum slices. Section 3.2 discusses why we can reasonably expect them to do so. Nonetheless, when security depends on user configurable parameter, there's always a possibility of people will set it wrong. Okay, so now we'll just get into the summary, and then we'll get on out of here. Byzantine agreement has long enabled distributed systems to achieve consensus with efficiency, standard cryptographic security, and flexibility in designating trusted participants. More recently, Bitcoin introduced the revolutionary notion of decentralized consensus, leading to many new systems and research challenges. This paper introduces Federated Byzantine Agreement, FBA, a model for achieving decentralized consensus while preserving the traditional benefits of the Byzantine Agreement. The key distinctions between FBA and prior Byzantine agreement systems is that FBA forms quorums from participants' individual trust decisions, allowing an organic growth model similar to that of the Internet. The Stellar Consensus Protocol, SCP, is a construction for FBA that achieves optimal safety against ill-behaved participants. Well, this is what they say, but I don't understand it enough to say whether that's true or not. But hey, you've been listening to me for over 20 minutes now. Hopefully, I have described why XLM is better than XRP. But honestly, let's be real. It's a little clickbaity. But I know you XRP people are very religious. So please, if any XRP people watching this and you're mad at my video, just tell me, just let me know. How do we know banks are using it as a store of value? Or if banks use the technology, how does that imply the price will go up? Outside of people hyping it, right? I understand that people hype, price goes up, but that's true for meme coins, right? But if banks are using it, please just let me know how that means the price is going to go up. How is that creating scarcity? Are banks buying it in mass? Then, okay, now you have it. But if you're just saying banks are using it as technology, I don't know, bro. I don't know. And that's how I feel. So listen, I'm a rapper. You can find all my links in the description. That's all I gotta say. I gotta get out of here. It's in the evening, Hong Kong time. So thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you next time.